What up, everyone? So, there's a new Green Lantern movie coming out in a couple of weeks, animated film, the DC animated stuff. And for some reason, I already have it, so I got to watch it before it actually came out, which is pretty cool. Got to see it before everyone else, and it is pretty good. I'm not gonna give away too much, but it's kind of hard not to talk about this movie. So, like, it without spoiling a bit of stuff. So, if you don't want any of it spoiled, I would definitely kick off because I might ruin it for you. But the story is basically John Stewart getting the ring, and the alien crashes on his planet, and the alien has the ring. John Stewart gets it from him and becomes a Green Lantern. And the first act of this movie is pretty good setup. The only issue I had was the second act, and the writing sometimes was a bit off. Sometimes characters didn't really need, they didn't get to have like badass moments like they could have. One of the last lines in the movie is Green Arrow asking John Stewart, "How does it feel to be a Green Lantern?" And you think he's gonna say something cool to end the movie. It's literally like the last line of the movie and the last scene of the movie. And John Stewart turns around and goes, "I'm starving. Let's get something to eat." It's like, really? Like, could have said something a bit more badass. It would have been cool to end the movie, but that's how the movie ends. Other than that, this movie was really fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. Most importantly, the pacing is phenomenal. The animation, I have not seen DC's always good at animation, but this just goes to show how much money and how much work they put behind this. It is a beautiful looking movie. The expressions on characters' faces are amazing. The voice acting is top notch. The fight scenes are fucking wicked. They're so smooth and crispy and snappy and just fun to watch. Everything just flows together really nice. And like I said, the voice acting just makes the movie so fun to watch. DC always nails it when it comes to the animated stuff. When it comes to voice acting, they always have the best voice actors that just suit those characters. Green Arrow's in here. I almost called him Hawkeye for a second, and he gets a lot of screen time, actually more than I thought. I wasn't too big on him in the beginning, but he grew on me. I was never really a Green Arrow fan, and this is the most I've seen him because this movie's actually pretty long for an animated movie for DC. They're usually like 50 minutes and like under an hour. This was like an hour and a half. But on the bright side, it never dragged. I found myself invested the whole way through. I think in the second act, they could have. That's when they start like explaining the story, and they use a lot of mumbo jumbo. I think it could have been handled a lot better. But overall, it's a really good setup movie. You can tell they're definitely gonna make maybe not like a sequel to this, but like not called Beware My Power 2, but they'll maybe call it something else. And the third act, at the beginning of the third act, I wasn't sure how it was gonna go down, but there is some crazy fucking shit I'm about to spoil, so turn this video off if you don't want to get spoiled. But John Stewart basically kills Sinestro like right away. Sinestro, there's a huge twist I did not see coming, and the twist is basically Sinestro at the beginning of the movie. Hal, the other Green Lantern, as you may know him, tells us that Sinestro, him and Sinestro got into a fight, and then he shot the ring off into space so Sinestro can get a hang of it, and then he kind of cuts off the story there. And then I don't usually like when movies do this, but they handled it really good. And then later on, Hal explains to everyone that after he did that, Sinestro basically, I forget what the thing was called, but he put something in his mouth, and it kind of just turned him over to the dark side, and then Hal turns evil. And that was a really cool twist at the end I did not see coming. It felt earned. It felt like, just really good writing. It didn't feel rushed or anything just for the sake of doing it. So at the end of the movie, we basically get Jon Stewart killing Sinestro with a really cool, like it's a really fast fight. A lot of people might not like it because it just ends like really quick. Like it doesn't go on for long at all. And he kills Sinestro. I really like the way he did it. Doesn't believe in killing unless he absolutely has to, but you don't, like, you get hints and glimpses through the movie that Hal is evil because he was trapped away for a while. He comes out and every alien or whatever, whoever they fight, and they tell him not to kill this person, he kills them, which I found savage. And he was doing that, and he said, oh, yeah, I've been locked away for how long, trying to convince them. He's obviously lying to them, but convincing them that Sinestro actually locked him away, and he's like, this is why I'm killing people, like I'm going crazy. And obviously that wasn't the case. He was just lying to them. And then, like I said, there was just hints and little hints through the movie foreshadowing how he would turn evil. And I just wasn't really expecting him to actually turn full out evil, and he has been this whole time. Him and Jon Stewart get into like a really, really cool fight, and Hal has like 9 Green Lantern rings. It's pretty fucking sick. And then he dies by Green Arrow, and then Green Arrow, because John has a chance to kill him and he doesn't do it because he doesn't think it's right, doesn't think it's going to change anything. And Green Arrow kills him, and they have a pretty good emotional moment. All in all, my favorite line, there's a really good line of them asking Hal why he's doing what he's doing. And he said he was tired of being a part of the Justice League, being a normal Green Lantern, because he felt like they weren't getting anywhere. No matter how many evil bosses and evil minions they fought, there is always more evil out there, and he kind of got tired of it. He didn't feel like they were making any progress. He went evil, and he thinks going evil, killing certain people, is gonna actually make the world a better place. And at the beginning, the villains and the heroes are actually working together to make the economy a better place. And obviously, Sinestro turns on everyone. So all in all, pretty fucking good movie. Nothing mind-blowing like Flashpoint Paradox, but a really, really good twist at the end. I wasn't super invested to the story, and then how it came in, and it just made it a lot more interesting once you find out what's going on. Other than the second act, not dragging, just the writing was just a bit off. Other than that, this movie was an absolute delight to watch, especially because Thursday night I saw Nope, and then I watched The Green Man last night, and they were both just kind of boring movies, and this kept me entertained all the way through. That's all I ask from superhero movies, nothing more, nothing less, and some good writing, some badass lines. We could have had more badass lines in here. That's what I was saying about the writing. But all in all, I would give this a 7 out of 10. So thank you everyone for watching.